guys, this is your friend Sarwan Khattak, and today we are going to discuss the verb. Guys, you know very well that the verb is actually the fifth part of speech, and before the verb we have discussed four parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective and the article. So guys, I hope that you would have seen those four videos and you know very well what is noun, pronoun, adjective and the article. But if you have missed those four videos and you don't know what is noun, pronoun, adjective and the article, then the links of all those four videos are down in the description. You can go check out the links, click the links, watch those videos and learn words noun, pronoun, adjective and the article. So today our topic is the verb. So first let's take a simple definition of verb and then try to understand with the help of some example what's a verb actually. So what is the simplest definition of a verb? Verb is actually a word that shows some action. Verb is a word that shows some action. So this is the simplest definition. Verb is a word that shows some action. So means every word showing an action is actually a verb. Right now, for example, I am performing some action. Obviously, you are also performing some actions. So all the actions performed by me, performed by you are actually verbs. So what actions are being performed by me right now? Let's take the example. For example, right now I am speaking. Right now I am speaking. So it means I am performing the action of speaking. So the word speak will be called a verb. In the same way, right now I am, for example, teaching. So teaching, I am performing the action of teaching. So teach will be called a verb. Let's take the example of your actions. Right now you are looking at the screen of your mobile or maybe your laptop. So what action is being performed by you? You are performing the action of looking to your screen or to screen of your mobile or laptop. So it means you are looking. So look is an action. So look will be called a verb. In the same way, right now, for example, you are thinking. Because you are thinking about English, you are trying to learn English, trying to learn verb. So it means that you are thinking. So think will be called a verb. It means every word that shows some action is called a verb. Means speaking, this is an action. Verb. Looking, this is an action, it will be called a verb. Helping, eating, drinking, walking, running, beating, fighting. For example, all these are the words which show some action. So these words will be called verbs. So what is a verb? Verb is a word that shows some action. Means eating, going, sleeping, killing. Means all these are words which show actions actually. So these will be called verbs. Now guys, you know, you would have heard that every verb has four forms in English. Every verb has four forms in English. So normally these forms are called first form, second form, third form and fourth form. So guys, when we say first form, second form, third form or fourth form, so we do so actually for our convenience. Otherwise these forms have their own names. Means when we say first form, second form or third form, fourth form, so actually we avoid their names. Otherwise these verbs have their own names. Means there are not only the numbers, first form, second form, third form, fourth form. These verbs have their own names, personal names. So what are the names of these forms? Means what is the name of first form, what is the name of second form, what is the name of third and fourth form. So I have given here the names of these four forms. Guys, first form is called present. Means the personal name of first form is present. Guys, there is also another thing that the names of these verbs, means if you have learned the names of these verbs, these will also help you learn some other things as well in English. These will help you learn the tenses, the 12 tenses as well. So you should learn the names of these four forms. So the first form is called present, second is called past, third is called past participle and the fourth form is called present participle. So these are the names of four forms in English. So I would advise you to memorize the names of these verbs: present, past, past participle and present participle. Now you might be thinking that what is this participle, because this is present, past, and then past participle and present participle. So just means here we cannot discuss actually these things in detail, but just for your information, let me tell you that these two forms, like past participle and present participle, these two forms are the forms which can also be used. Means basically, you know, these are verbs. Actually we are studying verbs. Present is also verb. This is the first form of verb, second form of verb, third form of verb, fourth form of verb. So basically these are verbs. Third form, fourth form, past participle, present participle. These are also verbs, but past participle and present participle, these two are actually the forms which can also be used as adjective. Means past participle, the third form of the verb, can also be used as an adjective. In the same way, present participle of a verb can also be used as an adjective. Means verb form means as a verb as well as adjective. For example, there is a verb surprise. Now surprise, this is a verb, so it would have four forms: surprise, surprised, surprised, and surprising. So these are the four forms of the verb surprise. So guys, the third form means past participle will be surprised. That would be surprised. Surprise. And the fourth form would be surprising. I hope that these would not be going out of the screen. Surprised and surprising. So guys, these two forms means the past participle and the present participle, these both can also be used as adjective. How? For example, surprise. I am surprised. I am surprised to see your performance. I am surprised to see how beautifully you speak English. So I am surprised, it means that I am using here in this sentence the word surprised not as a verb but as an adjective. I am surprised means I am telling you my condition. What is my condition? That I am surprised. So here I am using the word surprise as an adjective. If you don't know what is adjective, then the link is down in the description. Go and click the link and understand what is adjective. So surprise can be used as an adjective. I am surprised. In the same way, surprising. For example, your performance in today's program was surprising. Your performance in today's program was surprising. Means in this sentence I am describing your performance with the help of this word surprising. The word surprising is describing your performance. So this word surprising will be called an adjective here in this sentence. It means that these two forms, past participle and present participle, both can also be used as adjective. So that's why these are called past participle and present participle. So in the coming days, inshallah, I will make a detailed video about past participle and present participle, and I will teach you inshallah that how these are used as adjectives. So here I have just given you one example, that the word surprise, the third form past participle and fourth form present participles, you can see that they both have been used here as adjective. So these can also be used adjective. Now after that, you know that there are four forms of every verb in English. Like I have told you that surprise, surprise, surprised and surprising. So guys, now there is a problem in English. There's a difficulty in English that how to make the second, third and fourth form of the verbs. For this thing we have divided means these verbs into two kinds. The first kind is called regular verb and the second is called irregular verb. What is regular verb and what's irregular verb? Means regular verb is a verb, okay, which can be changed into second and third form by just adding simply ed at the end of the verb. For example, we have here a verb look. So this is the first form of the verb, means this is the present form of the verb look. Now we want to change it into second form or third form. So what we will do, we will just add ed in first form. You can see that L-O-O-K, look. So L-O-O-K, look, and we have added just ed into the first form and it has become second form. In the same way, now we want to change this verb into third form. So in the same way, we have just added ed here and the verb has become third form. So these kind of verbs are called regular verb. You can see other examples here like watch, W-A-T-C-H. We want to change it into second form. So what we have done, watch, this is watch, okay, and we have added just ed into the first form and it has become second form. In the same way, third form, watch, and we have added ed. You can see help. So in help we have just added ed. So these kind of help, ed, third form, means if we need just ed to change a verb from first form into second form or third form, so that word would be called regular verb. Like ask, A-S-K, ask. We want to change it into second form. What we have done, A-S-K, ask, and we have added just ed here and it has become second form. Third form, A-S-K, ask, and we have added ed and it has become third form. So if you need to add ed to change a verb from first form into second form or third form, so that word would be called regular verb. And what is irregular verb? Irregular verb is a verb which cannot be changed in this way, means which cannot be changed into second or third form by adding ed. It would have its own other method. For example, here you can see there is a verb go. So now you cannot add ed to change it into second form, means this is go. Okay, now you cannot add ed here. You cannot say gold. You cannot change it into in this way into second form or third form. What is the second form of go? Went. And third form, gone. Means first, second, third. All three forms are different from each other. So this kind of verb is called irregular verb. In the same way, you can see there is another example, drink. Now, for example, if we add ed and it becomes second form or third form, it would be called regular verb, means this is drink. If I add here ed and it becomes second form or third form, so this will be called regular verb, but we cannot change it into second or third form in this way. This will be totally incorrect, means by adding ed we cannot change it into second or third form. What is the second form of drink? Drank. And third form, drunk. In the same way, dig, we cannot add digged. We cannot do so, digged. If we add ed and we think that now we have changed it into second form, so keep in mind that this will be totally incorrect, because this is not a regular verb. This is an irregular verb. So for irregular verb there are different methods, means like go, went, gone, totally different from each other. Go and went is totally different. Even G-O are not present here in the second form. You can see that G-O, even the G, these two letters are not present in the second form of this verb. Go, even, but in third form you can see that we have added N and E, but not ED like we have added here in the regular verbs. So irregular verbs have their own different methods. Here we will not discuss those methods. Dig, and second form is dug and dug. In the same way, you can see that beat. The fourth example is beat. The first and second forms are same and third is different. Like here, first is different and second and third are same. But here, first and second are same and third is totally different. Means there is no any fixed rule to change first form into second or third form. These kinds of verbs are called irregular verb, and the verbs which can be changed into second form by adding ed are called regular verb. So these are called regular verb, these are called irregular verb. And there is another kind of verb, a difference of verbs like transitive verb and intransitive verb. This is a detailed topic. Here we cannot go into the details of these kinds of verbs, but just for your information, I am telling you that what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. I am making detailed videos about all these things. Inshallah, soon you will find the links of these videos in the description. But so far I have not made actually in English. In Urdu my videos about transitive and intransitive verbs are present. I have made 2 or 3 videos. You can find those in, if you can understand Urdu, Hindi, then the links of those videos are down in the description. But if you don't understand Urdu or Hindi, then you will have to wait. Soon, inshallah, I will make the videos for detailed videos for all these things. So there are 2 kinds of verb, transitive verb and intransitive verb. What is transitive verb? Transitive verb is a verb that takes an object. In simple words, we can say that transitive verb shows an action which needs an object to complete the action. For example, Aisha is eating. It means that Aisha is performing the action of eating. Now, to complete or to do this action, to perform this action, Aisha needs an object. Aisha needs something, okay, which will be affected by this action. So Aisha is eating what? Eating an apple. So this is the object which is being affected by the action of eating. So Aisha needs this object to complete or to perform this action. If Aisha does not have this object, she cannot perform this action. So if you need some object to perform an action, so that action, that verb would be called transitive verb. Transitive verb is a verb that shows an action which needs an object to perform that action. Okay, in the same way, like Umar was reading a book. Now Umar was performing the action of reading. So you know that if you want to perform the action of reading, obviously you will need something to perform this action. If you don't have object like book, you cannot perform this action. So this kind of verb, these kinds of verbs are called transitive verb. So this is transitive verb. This is transitive verb. So transitive verb is a verb that needs an object. Actually, if you don't have that object, you cannot perform that action. Now, what is intransitive verb? Intransitive verb is a verb that shows an action which does not need any object. For example, if you want to perform the action of smiling, Aisha was smiling. Now Aisha was smiling. So if you want to perform the action of smiling, you don't need any object to perform this action. So this kind of verb is called intransitive verb. In the same way, Umar is sleeping. So if you want to perform the action of sleeping, so for sleeping, obviously you don't need any object like you need for reading, like you need for eating. So this kind of verb is called intransitive verb. So what we have learned, that transitive is a kind of verb that needs an object, and intransitive is a kind of verb which does not need any object. Means if you want to perform this action, eating, action of reading, you will need an object to perform this action. But if you want to perform these actions, you don't need any object to perform these actions. So guys, in today's short and smart video, we have learned that what is a verb? Verb is a verb that shows an action, like I'm speaking, like I'm looking at you, like I'm thinking. So these are the actions, like eating, like going, like walking, like fighting, like listening, like watching. Okay, these are actions, and every verb has 4 forms: present, past participle, and present participle. So we normally use the names or the numbers of these forms, but these verbs have their own names. And there are 2 kinds of verbs: regular and irregular verb. Regular verbs are the verbs which can be changed into second or third form by adding just ed, and irregular verbs are the verbs which cannot be changed in this way. In the same, and transitive and intransitive verb. Transitive is a verb that needs an object, and intransitive verb is a verb that does not require any object. So there is only another simple thing, that if you want to change, like looked and looking, so there is a method that by adding ed you can change it into second form, and there is not any fixed method here. But if you want to change any verb into fourth form, because we have not given here fourth form of any verb, if you want to change any verb into fourth form, so there is only a simple method. What is that simple method? Let me tell you that simple method. You can see that LOOK, this is the first form of the verb. What you will do, simply you will just add ing at the end of the first form, ing. You will add ing and it will become fourth form of the verb, ing. There is a simple condition for adding ing that I will tell you. LOOK, look, ing, you added ing, it has become now fourth form. In the same way, watch, WATCH, you will add ing and it will become fourth form. It is very simple, you might know it already. Now the condition, the important thing which I am going to tell you, this is very important, you should keep this thing in your mind, that for example, there is a verb like, for example, take, TAKE. Now you can see that at the end of take there is a silent E. There is a silent E. Guys, keep in mind that if there is a silent E at the end of the first form of the verb, then before adding ing, you will remove that E. Means you will remove E and then you will add ing. Now it will become taking, TAKING. Means you have removed E from the fourth form of the verb. If there is a E, there is a silent E at the end of the first form, you will remove that E and then you will add ing. In the same way, you can take another example. For example, there is another verb, make. So you can see that there is a silent E at the end of this verb, this first form of this verb. So what you will do, first you will remove this E and then you will add ing and it will become the fourth form of the verb. But if that E is not silent, then you will not remove it. For example, let me give an example. For example, there is a verb be. Now you can see that at the end of be there is a E, but this E is not silent, it has its sound. So if the E is not E at the end of the first form of the verb is not silent, then you will not remove it. You will not remove it, you will leave it there and you will just add ing and it will become fourth form, being, being, being. It has become now fourth form. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.